Hello friends, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and I had so much fun creating with Altenew's June Mini release. As you can see, it's a camel and a desert background, so stay tuned to see how I created that multicolor embossed background. So this is the June Mini Camel release, and again it also has a die with it, and then you can purchase the embossing folder, which is Desert Life. So this is a 3D one, so I kind of envisioned my camel on that background. So I embossed a piece, half sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock there. You can't really see it very well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim different lines so that I can create different colors. So you can see here that I did it on another piece of scrap cardstock. And so what I've done is I've trimmed it there so that I will ink blend the sky in polar blue. So again, I'm just using one of my blending tools, and I'm just coloring the sky. So the next thing I had to do is I had to trim down to the next layer so that I could add that color. And then of course I had to hang on to the top layer because I didn't want to mix my sandy color with my blue sky. So again, I'm using Altenew satin tape to tape my masks in the correct place. And so then we'll go ahead and grab another blending tool, and I am just ink blending here. So I'm kind of speed blending here for you. So the next thing I'm going to do then, I'm going to cut down another layer. You can see here I've kind of identified the lines on that embossed scrap piece there. And so once I've got that done, I'll line that up so that I have the next opening. And then of course I need to grab the piece prior between the sky and that first layer. So again, I had to mask that off so that I could go ahead and color this next layer. So again, I'm kind of playing with colors here and decided I didn't really like the bright orange. So again, I kind of changed colors here, and we're just inking this next section. I was really pleased with the way this one turned out in the end. I thought it was cool just to have the different layers. So here I am trimming another layer, and then obviously I will change colors again. So that satin masking tape really came in handy as far as masking off the different sections so that I could ink blend using different colors in between there. I was pretty pleased. So there's a red arrow at the lower right-hand segment of your screen. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a lot with Altenew, love florals. I also do a lot with Tim Holtz type of thing. So kind of a divergence of styles, but again, those are the two brands that I post the most of, but I'd love to have you join me as a subscriber. So again, I kind of did a sort of green-brown layer there. And then I'm moving on here. And I'm just kind of coloring the very bottom. And again, I ended up trimming it off because obviously I've got, 8.5, no, I've got 11 inches here. So I've got a lot of trimming to do, but you can see how interesting that looks with the different colors just simply by trimming that embossing folder, embossed piece. So again, there's my camel. So here is the final piece. I've trimmed it down. So I'm going to go ahead and play with the camel here. I'm going to heat emboss him with black ink, and then I'm pulling out some of my beach garden set, and I'm coloring in the camel. I did use a couple of brown Copics for the camel body itself, but for this extra shawl and tassels and all that fun stuff, I used the Altenew beach garden set, which I thought worked out really, really well. So I'm just going to finish up coloring here, and then I'll go ahead and die cut him. I did add an extra 2 layers underneath him because I really wanted him to pop up from the scene, and you'll see that in a little bit. So again, I've got it die cut. I embossed the sending hugs from the set there on the card front, and here I've got my camel. So again, I'm just pulling my white glue, and I'm going to go ahead and glue again 2 additional layers to make it pop up and just really be, you know, the focus of attention. Again, the camel is the cool part here. And you can see here I've got, you know, inked image on the back because, again, I've flipped it over. You know, cardstock has 2 sides, so if you mess one up, you flip it over and go again. So again, here I'm going to get the camel glued on. So again, here is my final card. It's Terry with Terry's Mailbox. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Blogger. Would love to have you follow me. Have a great day.